Greetings from the third world. Or should I say, welcome to power outages, Chantal. Walang kuryente sa Canada? Or dun lang sa lugar ni Chantal? Who knows? We will be reading some of those community post replies. Now back to my story. I have lived in a place where we had no electricity and we had to cope as a family. For Filipinos, that would be the Typhoon Santi, where we had a lot of people here that lost electricity for 1 to 2 weeks, around 1 to 2 weeks. And it was at the time when I was dependent on the internet for a job because I also write articles at that time. This was before I got my current day job. So since I was still writing online at the time of the week-long power outages, and without electricity, I cannot send my articles to my client at that time. I was using a different laptop then, but I can use the internet outside our town. So I cannot send my articles. I cannot earn money. Did I beg online using mobile data? No, mobile data is not even a thing for me at that time. I just need to make sure that I will be paid for the other articles that I have accomplished around the same time. If I had to commute to a different city so I can get access to 24-hour internet service via a cyber cafe, I would. In this case, I ended up going to Angeles City. I had to go there so that I can get these articles submitted. I used cloud storage so I can access them using a different computer. So I did. Despite the almost 8-hour difference between me and my client based in Europe, I accomplished my tasks on time. I completed my monthly quota and earned my keep. You know what it is called? Here we call it discarte. Discarte, a word that sums up best how we have a solution to every problem. Not everyone learns it. It's actually the skill that is not taught often in schools. Hindi masyadong tinuturo sa school ang diskarte. Bahala ka na sa buhay mo. It's up to you to discover on your own how to get something done streetwise. So, okay, I'll be moving forward to reading the other replies that Chantal provided. Thank you very much. Looks like this power outage might last a few days. Not sure what we will do. P and I may need to take the cats to a night's in situation until power is restored. We cry for food and shelter. I hate to, but I will e-beg. If anyone wants to help, my PayPal is csara084@hotmail.com or at Foodie Beauty. We will repay you by endless beezing, lol, and promise a future financial responsibility. Thanks guys, and see you when we can, lol XO. If you can't help, it's okay, anything is appreciated. We were out of power for 3 weeks after a major hurricane. We got a generator plugged in the refrigerator and got a small portable aircon, and everybody slept in one room until it was fixed. Figure it out, Chantal. Yeah, we have had ice storms and tornadoes so often in the last year or so that I bought a portable heater that runs off mini propane tanks and even a little camping stove. You also should fill up your gas tank too when they give severe weather warnings like this. It's crazy that she knows nothing. It's not like she lives in a climate that would never have weather emergencies. Same. As soon as the power goes out, the generator kicks on. Hurricane sucks. If she runs a generator inside, she will die. Yep, same here. Anyone who makes the money she makes should have already invested in a generator for emergency situations. Thanks for the $350 purchase today for Nader's epic grocery haul. We'll email you the receipt to your Hotmail. Oh my god. LMAO. Bwahahahaha. She's gonna take your donations and send them right to Nader like she does everything else. Come on, VIBs, send him some more cash. Nather is definitely in dear need of some more Coca-Cola, folks. Yep. She expects the whole world to take care of her. Yes, sure, the people in the storm are hurting, but most responsible people have money for moments such as this and enough food to get through in their pantry. She is lazy and no one should send her money. Let this be a lesson to her. She wants to spend her VIB's money and pocket that 13K. She can get that apartment in Montreal. How many more beezers do you think you lose for this one? Keep it up, queen. None. The idiots will pay her. The audacity, during these difficult times for most of us, to beg for cash because of an inconvenience. Disgusting. TY for this. I'm sick of her asking people for money when they have to live too. Last year on August 26, 2021, we went through Hurricane Ida. I'm in Louisiana and the temperatures were about 95 degrees Fahrenheit. I have a daughter that has 2 cancers, pediatric bone cancer and terminal therapy-related acute myeloid leukemia. I have 2 cats that I adore. We were without power for 2 weeks. Eventually, we were about without running water or sewer as well. I had to go daily to search for gas, pick up MREs and ice. I don't have a generator because I'm poor. My daughter is not only sick with cancer, but is also platelet and blood dependent. We bought a small wading pool about 3 months before the hurricane, so we filled it up and stayed in the pool daily to cool down. Literally, I had no power, running water, sewer, and a dying child. Managed to make it through that for 2 weeks without asking for a single cent from anyone. Do better. You've got more courage and strength than most of us. Big hugs and prayers to you, your daughter and family. May you be blessed. I'm from Louisiana. Ida was a bitch. What Chantal is experiencing ain't nothing. I can just imagine you and P huddled up in the dark, nervously refreshing your PayPal balance every 2 seconds, and it's making me smile. See now? You get it. You literally just took a trip to Cuba. You spent thousands in food and weed, coffee and wigs, like light a candle. You're almost 40. I'd rather live in darkness for a couple of days than lower myself to whatever the hell this is. She just admitted yesterday that she doesn't possess the ability to feel shame or embarrassment like normal people. That's why she keeps scamming everyone. It's become a game to her to see how much she can get people to give her for doing nothing. She definitely has zero self-respect. I mean, it's a negative. I hope she writes a poem or song about crying for food and shelter. Can't wait. I'm not going to donate anything, but I wouldn't mind hearing a little more about your suffering. Go ahead. Same. Her power has already been restored. She's fine. Just scamming again. Yeah, she's trying to scam a few people that will fall for it. I bet selling a laptop would get you some much needed cash in an emergency. She can't. She already gave it away to some random Cuban hotel worker. That was my point. It's not like she has anything else to offer a man, so flash the cash, work like a charm with Nather. She parlayed a one-night stand into a 10-month fake relationship. The only way someone will make changes is to remove the safety net and allow them to live with the consequences of their choices. Chantal is 38 years old, making more a month than her VIBs, yet isn't prepared for a few days power outage. Let her figure it out herself, and she may learn the value of $1 being prepared for emergencies. Agree? Wow, girl, you probably make more than most of us. Not anymore. Have you seen her views? True. Still, she isn't gaining any sympathy around here, that's for sure. I mean, I haven't been on a vacay in a minute. She can sell her nasty wigs, especially after buying her boyfriend all that food for his channel. Sucks to suck. What about staying with your mom? There's no reason why you can't stay in your house. Try living in Southern California. Knowing you haven't prepared with batteries, flashlights, power packs, etc. Shaking my head. Also, when normal people have power outages, they stay in their homes and deal with it. They don't go to hotels. I mean, I see no problem with going to a hotel It's better than sitting around in the dark, but don't ask us to pay for it. That's not a responsibility. Hopefully, this was a troll thread. I think it is. I hope it is. Chantal clearly has the money. Then again, it's Chantal. I think way too highly of her sometimes and sadly get disappointed. Seriously, what the F is the big deal of no power for a few days? She can still charge her phones in their car. And it's not like the height of summer and hot yet. They don't have jobs they need to get ready for in the morning. They don't even take regular showers, so no hot water isn't a problem. LMAO. What the fuck? She made $20,000 one month. If she's broke now, that's on her. Keep it 100. I'm sure neither will help. To think those of us on the Gulf Coast shelter at home and often go without power in anything from a tropical storm to a Cat 3. Our pets still survive, and I guarantee you it's hotter down there. Then again, most of us don't eat out every meal. I can almost guarantee that none of our viewers make her 12K take home. To ask them for money really shows she has no shame and gives not one shit for anyone. She's a damn joke with money. Why would anyone give the money to this gluttonous woman? Makes zero sense. Hell, she makes more in a month than some make in a whole year. She can absolutely take care of herself. If she was a responsible adult, she could have her own house and a newer car paid off by now. But, Nashies and Starbies. A lot more. She's supporting 3 grown adults and doesn't understand she doesn't need to have takeout 3 times daily every day. She's never made it as much as she claims, and she has no savings. She's been broke multiple months in a row now. Yeah, but how many adult children do you have to clothe and feed? Lol, I take care of 3, but I gave birth to them. Thumbs up. Why would you need to take cats to a hotel because of a power outage? Kibble and fresh wet food do not need refrigerated, and fresh water is still available. Exactly. She's gonna be hot. Lol, plus she needs her CPAP that she went months not using. The power is back on where she lives. LMAO, what a liar. Exactly. As long as the cats have food, which they do, all is good. Her and Pete will be fine. Ask Nader. He loves you and cares off camera, right? I'm sure he can cough up some money for you if that's true then. Bah ha 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 ha. You win. Bah ha 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 ha. Good one. Ooh, ouch. Lol, yes, love your comment. Lol, thanks, it's been a long day. The fact that your parents didn't teach you any life lessons and you haven't even bothered to learn. Love that for you. Also remember her phrase from Cuba. I will manipulate the fuck out of you and you will eat it all up. When she comes online in a couple of days to apologize about begging for money. She deserves no sympathy. I always remember that. Yes, say it louder for the people in the back. 100. Mic drop. The lack of light is the perfect opportunity to play your OnlyFans. Is this my front or my back? Game. Get to work. Wasn't she bragging about how much money she makes just not too long ago? I believe it was in Cuba Rage that she had said, I make more money in 1 month than all of you can make in a year. It's so embarrassing that 2 almost 40-year-old can't afford a cheap motel when it comes to cats. But she was in a motel with Nader barbecuing. Yep, she just got paid 13K. Power in her area has been restored. She's just scamming. Yep, and she says she's gonna manipulate the hell out of people. I remember that. Ha ha ha. My thoughts exactly. Why would you need to stay in a hotel? It's not like it will get too hot. You don't need hot water. You don't bathe. Light a candle or go buy a battery-operated camping light. You don't really cook. You order out all the time, so you're good there. You really don't have anything of significance in your refrigerator, so go buy a nice chest and ice. Stick what you need in it. People need sleep in the dark, so you're okay there. Yes, you can charge your phone, but you don't need to be on the internet. She can live in her car. It has aircon and a way to charge her phone. right? Period. Toddlers, the both of them. Most cars, including Chantal's make and model, have USB chargers to plug in your phone into. She's streamed from cars and had to plug in her phone when the battery was too low. Chantal, pay your own lodging. You can do it out at home. You have candles. You order it out constantly. I'm sure you can find someone who can Uber Eats deliver in your neighborhood. Quit being melodramatic. Word. Most indoor cats, especially older cats, really get stressed out in the car and in new environments. Sometimes it can't be avoided, obviously, but to frame this that you are doing this for the cats is dumb. Leave them in their normal environment. They don't care about power. You do. I remember when she had to stay in a hotel for some reason with the cats and she thought one had ran out the door. She called management and it turned out he had been hiding under the sink up behind the drawer. The cat was pretty freaked. Yes, I think it was when she first moved into the villa. Good memory, yes. Oh yeah, I remember thinking she probably brought the roaches to the hotel. A single woman who pisses away 10K a month and is now e-begging people. You'd have to be insane to give her a penny. It really makes no sense. Didn't she just get paid too? Maybe her account is frozen because of the back taxes and that's why she needs it PayPal. I'd bet my life savings people will and have sent her money. I can't believe she's even asking. Nothing surprises me anymore. Talks about getting an apartment in Montreal as an extra place to film from, yet can't afford a motel for a few days. Gives away laptops, money, etc. Get real. Promises of endless beasing and financial responsibility will be like all your promises. This has to be a joke. Someone who claims to make between 10K and 50K per month can't afford a cheap ad motel for a couple of days? Wow, even if you made half what you claim to this is still beyond pathetic. If any of you give her money for this, then you should be smacked in the mouth straight up, e-begging like a pro now, shaking my head. What's infuriating is many of her beezers admit they live off the system in some form. They are the first ones to send her money. We cry for food and shelter? This is a joke, right? Please tell me she's trolling. Yes, and no one since she added her PayPal info. Use the time wisely and give yourself a break from the internet. Read a book by candlelight. Relax and stare into space. You don't need to stay in a tacky motel, and you don't need to exploit your cats to fund it. The only time she takes a break from the internet is when she is with her husband and wife. Drive Pete's to his mom's for a few days, and you go to your mom's. Today is payday. Are you trying to get money for Nader's new apartment? Give Pete half of the food in fridge and take him to his mom's. You take the other and go to the mom's. Yes to all of this. Drop him off with his mother. He doesn't seem to be much use anyways. Sorry if that's harsh, but he's a grown-ass man being taken care of by another adult. Where do they do all that? His mom was probably relieved Chantal took him off her hands. They both have their own issues. Look how they live in filth, girl. That'll be the day I live with a dude who doesn't even take the trash out, get food to feed himself or pay a bill. No, imagine the stank in that house. Yes, take Pete to his mom's. Perhaps you could sleep on Dee Dee's floor. Maybe they salvaged the old trap house mattress. Might be worth looking into. Natty seems like he has power. You do everything for him and his girlfriend. I'm sure they wouldn't mind helping you out for once. Go sleep there. There is baby food shortage now and lots of parents don't have money to feed their babies. So if anyone helps Chantal now, it's not out of kindness. It's for ass kissing. This should be your wake-up call. You're saving money for your addictions but not shelter. And Nader won't help you when you have helped him. This is it. It doesn't get lower than this. Figure out how to last a couple days with no power. This is something most people can't figure out. especially when you get YouTube money any day and need to conserve your battery on your phone. She can charge her phone in her car. How the fact that we, yes, in Quebec too, have no power affects the cats. Seriously, I have 2 cats and it doesn't change anything. People giving her money are insane. The Canadian Anti-Fraud Center is going to love this one. You made it too easy by providing proof yourself. I guarantee she paid for those groceries Nada was so proud of today and took her account too far into red by doing so. Now she wants her videos to bail her out. This is oddly reminiscent of when she was begging for money for a new CPAP. You know, 'cause she absolutely couldn't live without one and needed one immediately, instead of picking hers up from Nader's house. Then, when she got the money but didn't need a new CPAP anymore, because lo and behold, she picked up her old one from Nader's house. Novel idea, I know. She was gonna use the money given to her for a new TV, I think. Guess where the money actually ended up? You got it, in Nader's pocket. Yes, the TV switches. Don't forget the one that was delivered to her house, but she said it wasn't there, that it must have been stolen. Should have smoked less weed, bought less takeout, the list goes on. You make more than most of us here and you have to beg? That's beyond pathetic. Chantal a few years ago. I know a criminal when I see one. Us. So do we. Bread, peanut butter, jam, deck of cards, a book, cooler if you can find one. Emergency people will have info and maybe ice if it lasts through tomorrow. Hunker down like the rest of us do when this happens. At near 40, you should already know these things. But one thing for sure is those roads aren't safe to drive around on. Stay home and make do. Don't ask people to bail you out of a minor inconvenience. Learn from this. She can fill a bathtub with ice, not like she uses it to bathe. I love how you're trying to use your cats to make people feel bad for you. However, you were quick to leave them home when you go to Nader's. Oh my God, that's so true. She's a professional manipulator. She's not a professional anything, no names, not even a professional manipulator. I mean, come on, she's been taken by Nader, by all people. Definitely, her manipulation is what makes her so much money each month. Most of us know what it's like to be without utilities after a storm. I have. With small children, she doesn't want to be put out by doing without air conditioning or Wi-Fi or internet. Not only did I have small children, I had pets. We survived. We were uncomfortable, but we survived. And Chantal has money. She's a prolific liar and just wants someone to pay the bill for them. Donate money to the funerals of those poor people who died if you feel the need to help someone. You just got paid and make more than most people. Doubt it. You a lie. Sit down. Her 13K check hit at midnight. She's scamming. If you need money, I'm sure Amberlyn can provide earrings for you to sell. Remember, Chantal, you said you were a hustler. It's 50 degrees Fahrenheit to 60 degrees Fahrenheit in Canada, so it's not like you or the cats are at risk without air conditioning. Cat food doesn't need to be refrigerated. They're still gonna have water, and you don't cook your meal, so you don't need the light to prepare food. You literally do not need to stay at the hotel. Babe, just admit that this is a poor attempt at e-begging. Do you realize that there are channels with considerably less subs, considerably less members, and less super chats, and yet they have regular generous giveaways and competitions, as well as raise money for people going through a really difficult time? What's your excuse, Chantal? The nerve of you to expect people to bail you out of something that you could have to afford it to handle yourself had you acted responsibly. But no. You do everything to the extreme, then you rely on your VIBs. She would never do it for them either. A lot of these people think she's truly their friend, and it's sad. She flat out tells them she's not actually friends with them and they really know nothing about her. They're just her fans. Yet she feels so entitled that they should send her money. So messed up. Ask Natty Daddy to make some food with all those groceries you bought him. I don't owe you anything. Chantal Marie, well, this goes both ways. Life is a bitch, isn't it? Damn straight. Ask your boyfriend Nader to get you a room. You have gotten him one many times. You haven't been without electricity for more than half a day and you're begging for money to stay in a motel. Haven't you repeated that you said you want to live in a cabin in the woods and go off-grid? Not to mention, didn't she say that motel was like $50 a night? She's seriously trying to make us believe she doesn't have $50 to her name. She was bragging earlier that she could be Amish because she didn't need much. It's not like you will miss showering. Phones can charge in cars. Good time to actually clean the cat trays properly. Most children could survive this. That puts you two at an advantage already. You keep getting lower and lower. You never cease to amaze me with your actions. You make plenty of money off of YouTube to provide for yourself and Pete's. Nader can take care of himself. Also, if you have a good pet owner like you claim to be, you would have adequate supplies for your pet. You have money for paneer, for drugs, and for Nader, but you don't have dollars to cover a motel and food for a couple of days. Anyone who falls for this deserves to lose their money. Girl, you most likely make 5 times more than most of us. How the heck you don't have any money? Hopefully, this experience will make you come back down to reality. Have you ever donated to people in need, even when you make apparently $50K a month? Just wow. Just add gasoline and a lit match to all the back mountains and voila! Campfires to provide the light source and you can roast your weenies too. If you give it some time, the campfires will eventually get rid of the mess in your luxury villa, which is a nice bonus. First of all, there's literally no reason why you can't stay at home. But let's just pretend you can't. Well, you and Pete both are fortunate enough to have family nearby. Go stay with them or call them and ask them to borrow money. Or hell, get one of your infamous payday loans. Also, notice she doesn't even consider offering to repay money given to her. She said herself she will be getting a big chunk on payday, which is in just a couple of days. Nope, she just wants to give her more money. Greedy much, Chantal? Wow. Look, I know everyone has a story, some way worse, but some of you are being cruel. Everybody's different and, you know Chantal, she isn't really being super serious like y'all are taking it. She will survive and God bless all of you that have it way worse. I get it. I'm sure she does too. No need to go so damn hard. I say this with peace and love to you all. She took the pic off Twitter and she's in Nad's chat. If she wasn't being serious, she wouldn't have added her PayPal. People have the right to be cruel as fuck to her, being she's been cruel to everyone else, especially to paying members. Chantal gets that people have it way worse. She clearly doesn't if she's on here begging. She does if care about anyone's but herself. Take that peace and love mess and shove it. We cry for food and shelter. Really, Chantal? You have both. This is a minor inconvenience. Haven't some people lost their lives in this storm? Those are some people that we should be thinking of, not someone who is upset because they'll miss her daily nashi. Knuckle down and ride it out. It's what most adults do. Her views aren't down that bad. Adding up the month I stopped at 400,000 and still had like a week or two more to go. That's not including ads and super chats. So it can't be that bad of a paycheck. However, everyone goes through hard times, so let's not shame too much. At least she had the balls to be honest and ask. She said her paycheck this month will be 13K. Hard times? You mean like the hard time she creates herself? Yeah, I'm gonna go on shaming the F out of her. She can suck it up. And being honest, she would never. Keep giving your money to a glutton grifter. Poor financial decision. She literally just had 13K in her bank account. Stop making excuses for this shameless scammer. Others in the area are saying the power is already back on.